Actually, Sean, I would love to hold on Star Wars because one thing that I've always wondered is how did the same entertainment company, Disney, so perfectly master the Marvel Comics universe and so obviously bungle Star Wars?
I think Marvel is not without its failures in that respect, and it's a bit of a hindsight is 2020 vision around their grand plan. But Kevin Feige, who led and executed that entire team through that storytelling, pretty clearly had a strong idea of where he wanted those stories to go. For the most recent Star Wars trilogy, it was conceived as a trilogy, but the story was not written. It doesn't really seem like the arc was clear at all because the arc pretty dramatically shifted from film to film. J.J. Abrams' first film was a real clear echo of Star Wars: A New Hope and meant to give us the same emotional beats that film gave us, perhaps too much so. Rian Johnson's film, the second film, which I found to be fascinating and to be in some respects like a kind of rejection or an undermining of what our expectations were of Star Wars mythology, then set the next film up for a challenge. And if he had made the next film, maybe they would have followed through. But instead, they returned to J.J. Abrams, who was making a different kind of a film. And my understanding of it is that he made that film under duress with not a lot of time. And the script that they went with and the ideas that they followed there were completely misguided. And so you had this rejection of the second film because of some of the choices that Johnson made, followed by this very pathetic retrenchment on the third film that was just did not work at all. And what you see is decisions being made in real time instead of a grand plan. And why did that happen? Probably a variety of reasons. When you're Kathleen Kennedy and you're running Lucasfilm, you're reporting to Bob Iger. And Bob Iger sees the success of The Force Awakens, and he says, well, we got to make another one of these ASAP. They got another one going. The Last Jedi makes a lot of money. Maybe not quite as much money as the last one, but it makes a lot. You know what that means? We need another $1.5 billion movie on our ledger for 2019. What's going on? What are we going to do? How are we going to respond to the negative feedback that we got from the Johnson film, but also serve the audience that wants the conclusion of this Rey Skywalker trilogy? Who's going to do it for us? Let's go back to JJ. This is just bad planning and transparent to the world at large. It doesn't take a category expert to understand the mistakes that were made here